Welcome back, everybody. Today's topic will be make it or break it seasons for three players of my choice. Will they raise their value or will they lose millions of dollars this year in free agency? Before we move on, though, I wanted to give you all some quick definitions of some stats that I'll be using. For example, WRC plus. WRC plus takes the statistic runs created and adjusts that number to account for important external factors like ballpark or era. Runs created estimates a player's offensive contribution in terms of total runs. It combines a player's ability to get on base with his ability to hit for extra bases. Then it divides those two by the player's total opportunities. So a WRC plus of 100 is league average. So basically, 150 would be 50% above league average. For example, a player who plays his home games at a hitter-friendly Coors Field will have a lower WRC plus than a player who posts identical stats at a pitcher-friendly Oakland Coliseum. The next stat, OPS plus. OPS plus takes a player's OPS percentage, on base plus slugging percentage, and normalizes the number across the entire league. It accounts for external factors like ballparks. It then adjusts to a score of 100. So 100 is league average, and 150 is 50% better than the league average. The next stat will be xERA, which means expected ERA. Basically, it looks at how much contact and the quality of contact a pitcher gives up. It's not necessarily predictive, but if a pitcher has an xERA that is significantly higher than his actual ERA, it should make you want to look closer at his stats and see how he gave up those runs. Now, let's get started. The first player, Cody Bellinger. He's 27 years old. Let's look at some stats starting in 2020 and then in 2022. In about 1,000 plate appearances, he's hit 203, 41 home runs, 134 RBIs, 23 stolen bases. He's had an OPS plus of 112. Then he had 44 and 79. Not good. Below average hitter. Way below. WRC plus in 2020, 112. 2021, 47. 2022, 83. Those are not numbers that Cody Bellinger should be putting up, especially after the first couple seasons and his MVP season he had when he first came up to the big leagues with the Dodgers. His defense has been good, has always been good, so that kind of helps him, especially with WAR numbers and stuff like that. But he signed a 1-year contract with the Cubs this year with a mutual option for 2022. Basically, he wanted to sign that in hopes that he has a good season. He's able to opt out of that and hit free agency this year again. This is a weak free agent class. He has prime years left, 28 and older. So he definitely needs to have a good season if he wants to sign a bigger contract this offseason. Next, Luis Severino, starting pitcher, 29 years old, plays for the Yankees. Let's look at some stats from 2019 and 2022. He has only pitched 120 innings in 4 years, and 102 of those came last year. So before that, 18 innings pitched in 3 years. That's not good. I know he had Tommy John surgery. He's been injured a lot, and basically that contract that the Yankees gave him, basically he spent it in the bench rehabbing, not doing much to contribute to the team pretty much. When he has been on the field now, he has an ERA of 3 and an expected ERA of the high 2s. So basically his ERA is higher than his expected ERA, which is really good. Case per 9, around 10, which is good. He has 1 year left in his contract. He'll be a free agent after this year. He already got hurt this year, so he hasn't even thrown a pitch and already got hurt. So it's not looking too good for Severino to get a big contract this offseason. Once again, it's a weak free agent class. The number one pitcher is Ohtani. After that, it's mud with a bunch of different pitchers that could be behind him. Can he get 20 million this year, or will he have to settle between 10 15 million because he can't stay healthy? Next and last, Jack Flaherty. Man, Jack Flaherty for 2 years, I believe it was, with the Cardinals, he was really good. But then injuries started getting to him. And since 2020, he has not pitched a lot. 2020 was a shortened season. He had 40 innings pitched, a 4.91 ERA, an expected ERA of 5.03. So basically, his ERA, based on the quality of contact that he gave up, was on par. His Ks per 9 was 10.9, which is pretty good as well. In 2021, 78 innings pitched, a better ERA, 3.22, but his expected ERA was still 4.89. which is on par with the previous year in 2020, which is not a good expected ERA. Basically, he's given up a lot of hard contact, just right at people. Basically, lucky. K per nine, 9.77, which is pretty good. Last year, once again injured, only 36 innings pitched, ERA of 4.25, expected ERA once again 4.94, which is not good. A Ks per nine of 8.25 went down from the 9 and 10 he had the previous 2 years. He has 1 year left on his contract. He's a free agent after this year. Once again, weak class. Behind Otani, who is it going to be? Flaherty, Severino? Is it going to be somebody else? We'll have to wait and see. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment if you think these guys will get a big contract in free agency this year or not. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.